Your Excellency, Honorary Minister, Honorary Parliamentary Secretaries, fighters for and with people with dementia. Dear ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to welcome over 500 delegates from across Europe to this year's annual conference of Alzheimer Europe, with some delegates coming as far as from Australia, Chile, Thailand, and Taiwan. The interest shows that our conference theme of living well in a dementia-friendly society resonated with participants, and it's great to see that we have over 100 speakers sharing innovative projects and interesting research with us. Dementia really has become a societal and political challenge, and the number of countries recognizing dementia as a priority and growing every year, and we currently have not less than 11 dementia strategies in European countries and 9 countries that are in the progress of developing one. It's great that we see the support in Malta here, and I think that we really can only support Malta in doing also a strategy for people with dementia, and so that we have greater recognition and support of people with dementia and their carers. And I think it's time to thank the Maltese Alzheimer Society for having us here, and we enjoy Malta and the sun if we will go outside afterwards. And it's great to see that the aim of Alzheimer Europe, the exchange of good and best practice, and to learn from the positive and negative experience of other countries is really shown in this conference. We have so many speakers telling us, and we have so many associations really contributing to this. And I think it's really time that we learn from each other and that we really see what's good and what's appropriate for our country. Our conference is also dedicated to this exchange, and we are therefore happy to see there is now growing support amongst the EU policymakers for greater collaboration on dementia between member states of the European Union and beyond that. It gives me great pleasure to welcome Joseph Kuchiri. He's the only European parliamentary from Malta who joined our Alzheimer Alliance, and I thank him again because he supports us writing an article in our Dementia in Europe magazine, which you will find in your conference bag. And it's so important that people from their political experience really tell us how we should do things and how we can do things. And I think the support from the European Parliament to our activities and our campaign is so overwhelming, and I hope that you can pass the thanks to your colleagues, Mr. Kuchiri. I'm looking forward that we hear Martin Seikel afterwards about the past activities of the European Commission in the field of Alzheimer's disease and dementia and their plans for greater collaboration in the future. Allow me to thank at this moment the European Commission for their support provided to this year's annual conference. Without this support, it would be far much more difficult for us to really do such a great conference. Beyond Europe, there's a similar need for greater collaboration, and we therefore fully support the recent initiative of the Prime Minister of the UK to convene a G8 Dementia Summit in London this September. And earlier this day in the afternoon, Alzheimer Europe at its annual general meeting, with our member organizations, we adopted a joint call welcoming this willingness for greater international collaboration and on research, whilst at the same time we are calling for greater inclusion of Alzheimer associations and people with dementia in this call, and we are also calling not look at the basic research, but also look at the how people with dementia can be supported during their life. We all hope that research will provide new answers to prevent, treat, or even cure people with dementia. But we know that at the moment there's not much hope, and so we really have to do at the moment better support for the people with dementia and their carers so that we can live with dementia nowadays. This is the aim of our conference over the next 2 days. Let's learn from one another and make sure that we improve the care provided for people with dementia and build a society for them and us that addresses stigma, combats discrimination, and is truly dementia-friendly. I wish us and you a successful conference.